Hello everyone. In today's class, we're going to learn how to write Maxima program to evaluate triple integral with constant or variable limits. So in the earlier sessions, we have learned how to evaluate and how to write a Maxima program for double integral. Similarly, consider a function defined over the domain V here, where V is nothing but collection of all the points ordered triplet XYZ. That means in V, we are collecting the points which are in the space. Then the triple integral of f of xyz over V with respect to dx dy dz is called as triple integral of the function f of xyz over the domain V. And in fact, V is nothing but the region which is collection of all ordered triplets xyz. That means you are collecting all the points of the form order triplet xyz, because in 3 dimension when you are having 3 axes, each of the point, suppose if you say this is a point order triplet xyz, then this order triplet xyz will have some length along x-axis, some length along y-axis, and some length along z-axis. So when you say V is a region, V is some curve in V, V is some curve in the space, then then it is nothing but collection of all the points order triplet xyz satisfying certain condition. So here, what are the conditions? We are saying that your x can vary from A to B. So the region for x is from line A to B. Suppose this is x-axis, then suppose this is A, then this is the region, right? You draw the straight lines, x equal to A and x equal to B. That is the region for x. And the region for y is h of x to g of x, a curve from h of x to a curve from g of x. Suppose this is y, then your y varies from the curve h of x to g of x. Similarly, z is a function, z is a variable varying from the curve phi of xy to psi of xy. The point of intersection of all these curves, that point of intersection is your collection of all points order triplet xyz, which is denoted as V. Over that region, we have to integrate this. In fact, how you're going to integrate this? Here dz is missing. How you're going to integrate, right? Now, what I'll do, right? Let me integrate this function. Not necessary, because you know that your z is a function dependent on x and y, and your y is a function dependent on x, and your x is independent of other two variables. So suppose if you integrate x first, then y and z will remain in your answer. But we know that the area is volume. The triple integral gives you volume of a function defined over that region. So we should get a real number. So we cannot integrate x first here, because x is constant. The limit of x is constant. Can we integrate y first? If you integrate y, then you will substitute x also. So your x and y goes off, but z will remain. That's the reason first we have to integrate with respect to z. If you integrate with respect to z, then you'll get a function in terms of x and y. Then you have to integrate that function with respect to y, so that you will get a function in terms of x only. Then at the end, you are having a function in terms of x only, which is an ordinary definite integral. You can do that. You can solve by ordinary definite integral techniques. How? See, let me integrate this with respect to z first, right? With respect to z, the other things, that is dy and dx will remain same. Now, suppose assume that integral of this f of xyz is some capital F of xyz. Because I have chosen indefinite integral, I have put an integration constant, right? But here we are having a definite values for the limits for z. So let me take the limit for z, f of xyz, where limit of z varying from phi of xy to psi of xy. Substitute that one in z, you'll get f of x comma psi of xy minus f of x comma phi of xy. So some equation you got. But remember, this equation contains only variables x and y. Z is, Z has been removed with the substitutions. Okay. Now you are having x and y. We cannot integrate with respect to x, because if you integrate with respect to x, y will remain. So first, let us integrate this function with respect to y. Okay. And let us call, because this is a function of x comma y, let us call this one as some k of xy, which is a function of xy. So we have to integrate this k of xy with respect to y num. So assume that integral of k of xy is capital K of xy plus integration constant. But the limit for y is h of x to g of x. If you substitute it, you will get, what is the integral of k of xy? It is capital K of xy. So k of x comma y you will get. If you apply the limit, this is capital K of xy. Right? If you apply the limit, you'll get k of x comma gx for y minus k of x comma h of x. Now remember, this is a function containing only x. Idharli x matra ida. So you can integrate this very easily by ordinary definite integral techniques, because this is an ordinary definite integral, and you will get the volume. So this is how you have to evaluate the triple integral. Let us see some example. Triple integration or triple integral with constant limits. So limits are constant here. Okay, let us see first example. Write the maxima program to evaluate the line integral 0 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 2, x square yz dz dy dx, and also solve manually. Okay, let us solve this one first manually. So let us obtain the manual solution. Now what they are given? They are given this function, this integral. Now here, since the limits are constant, first we need to identify the region, that is V. In that, which variable is varying from where to where, that we need to identify. Okay. Now since they are given dz dy dx here, so first you have to integrate with respect to z. So that means this 1 to 2 is a limit for z. Then after that, you have to integrate that answer with respect to y. So that this will be your y, limit for y. And lastly, you are having dx. Therefore, this last one is the limit for x. See, x varies from 0 to 1, y varies from 1 to 2, z varies from 1 to 2, x square yz dz dy dx. So first you need to integrate with respect to z. When you are integrating with respect to z, your other variables are constants. So let me keep, because this is a product, I can separately write them. So let me write x square and y outside along with dy dx. And let me integrate this with respect to z. Okay, what is the integral of z? Z square by 2. Apply the limit. Limit is from 1 to 2. So 1 by 2 into, I have written this 1 by 2 outside, x square y by 2 into dy dx. Upper limit z square, that is 2 square, minus lower limit 1 square. So 4 minus 1 is 3. 3 by 2 is constant. Now I have to integrate. See, we have integrated with z and z has gone. Now we have to integrate with respect to the remaining variables. So here I have to integrate with respect to y. When I have to integrate with respect to y, your x is constant. So let me keep this x square by 2 and 3 outside. So 3x square by 2 into dx remains as a constant here. Now you integrate this. What is remaining now? Y. So y into dy. So integrate this. You'll get, what is integral of y? Y square by 2, and the limit is from 1 to 2. So take this 1 by 2 outside. That becomes 3x square by 4. Now apply the limit for y. 2 square minus 1 square. 2 square minus 1 square is 3. 3 into 3, 9x square by 4 you will get. Now see this. Now you are having only variable as x, which is actually a definite integral, isn't it? So we can integrate this by ordinary definite integral techniques. So 9 by 4 is constant, that will remain as it is. Integral of x square is x cube by 3, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Substitute the limit. 1 cube is 1 minus 0. 3 into 4 is 12. So 9 by 12 into 1, which is 3 by 4. So this is how you have to integrate the triple integral. Let us write a Maxima program for this. As usual, we start with Kilal. And what was your given function? Your given function was x square yz. Let me call that one as f. F is x cap 2, that is x square, into y into z. I want to display this, that's why I put semicolon. After that, now you are having 3 times integration, isn't it? First, you have to integrate with respect to z. Okay, so first I have to integrate this function with respect to z. So this gives you integration with respect to z. The innermost integrator of this gives you integration of the given function with respect to z. Then afterwards, you have to integrate this answer with respect to y, not x. You have to integrate with respect to y, isn't it? Oh, sorry, this is second one. Oh shit, here, x square yz. First, you have to integrate with respect to z. Z varies from where to where? 1 to 2. Z varies from 1 to 2. So this gives you integration of the given function with respect to z. Then you take one more integrate within that bracket, right? Within this bracket, you have to integrate that answer with respect to y. So you take comma, this function, comma, y varies from where to where? 1 to 2. So y varies from 1 to 2 you'll get. So this gives you, right, this answer. This gives you 9x square by 4. This much will give you 9x square by 4. Remember, this gives you this answer. What is that? 3x square y by 2. That will be got from this, right? Then integration of that gives you 9x square by 4. Then you have to integrate that 9x square by 4. This much. See, this is the answer for this. For whole of this till here. Okay. Then you have to integrate that. So again, you have to take integral within that. So your function is 9x square by 4, which is got from this, right? You take a comma. What is your variable now? X. And what is the limit for x? It is from 0 to 1. You take 0 to 1. So integrate of this gives you 3 by 4. We'll see this one in Maxima. We'll in fact write the program in Maxima. We'll see whether we got the same answer or not. So for the first one, 3 by 4 is the answer. Let us see one more problem. So here integral from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, x, y square, z square, dz, dx, dy. Okay. Now as usual, because the limits are constant, we cannot identify which variable varies from where to where. But from here we can identify. First you have to integrate with respect to z. Therefore this is the limit for z. Then we have to integrate with respect to x. So this is the limit for x. Then we have to integrate with respect to y. Therefore this is the limit for y. So y is equal to 0 to 1, x equal to 0 to 1, z equal to 0, 1. X into y square, z square, dz, dx, dy. Now the question is, remember in the limits, no variable is dependent on others. They are independent. And further, the function it is possible to express this one explicitly as separate functions involving variable x, y, z, because it is product. So I can separate this one. Instead of integrating z first, then integrating that answer with x, then integrating that answer with y, straight away I can separately write these as three different integrals. Integrals with respect to y, x, z separately, as the variables are also, as the function is also possible to express as explicitly terms involving y, x, z, and also limits are independent. You can write like this if they are not dependent. Because it is product, I can write this. And the limits are also constants. Okay. Now, what is your y? Y varies from 0 to 1, y square dy. X varies from 0 to 1, x dx. Z varies from 0 to 1, z square dz. Integrate them separately. Integral of y square is y cube by 3, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Integral of x is x square by 2, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Integral of z square is z cube by 3, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Apply the upper limit. Since the lower limit is 0, you'll get 0. Low upper limit apply. If you apply upper limit, you will get 1, 1 by 3, 1 by 2, 1 by 3. That gives you 1 by 18. What is your maximum program? As usual, kill all. F is given by x star y square, that is y cap 2 star z cap 2. And first you take integrate. Okay, outside integrate. Right. Then you take a bracket. Then what was your variable? Your variable was outside variable is y. So y 0, 1. You write like this. Okay, you'll get this. Then now you have to write one more integrate. So you write that integrate. Okay, you write integrate. Fine. Within this, oh sorry, comma here. Within this, you write one. What was your variable x for this? So comma x, and the limit you write. Then within this, now you write integrate. Within this, you take bracket. Now you write your function, and innermost one is z. You write all these. That gives you the answer. Okay. So like this, you have to write the program. Now, this is x only. Now let us see one more example. Integral from 1 to 2, integral from 0 to 1, integral from minus 1 to 1, x square plus y square plus z square, dz, dy, dx. Now, limits are constant. Can we separate this into three different integrals, wherein straight away we can get the answer in one step? Is it possible? No, it is not possible. Why? Because here your function is sum of these three terms, and it is not possible to separate this into terms involving only x multiplied by terms involving only y multiplied by terms involving only z. It's not possible to write this one as product of three group of terms which are having terms of x, terms of y, terms of z. Therefore, you have to integrate in an iterated fashion. That is, first you have to integrate with respect to z, then you have to integrate with respect to y, then you have to integrate with respect to x, because the first one is z, so this is the limit for z, and the second one is dy, so with respect to y means this is the limit for y, and the last one is with respect to x means limit for x. So let us integrate this with respect to z. When you are integrating with respect to z, remember your other variables are constants. So x square is constant, so only 1 is remaining. What is the integral of 1? Z. So x square into z. Y square is constant, so 1 is remaining here. Integral of 1 is z, so y square z. What is the integral of z square? Integral of z square is z cube by 3, and the limit is from minus 1 to plus 1. Apply that. X square into upper limit 1 minus lower limit minus 1. plus y square into upper limit 1, lower limit minus 1, plus 1 by 3 into upper limit 1 minus lower limit minus 1. Now 1 into minus 1 is plus 1. So 2x square, 2y square, and this is 2 by 3. So 2 is common factor. Let me take out 2 outside. Now you have to integrate this answer with respect to y. Again, when you are integrating with respect to y, other variables are constant. So here x square is remaining. X square comes out. What is integral of 1? Integral of 1 with respect to y is y plus, I've taken 2 outside. What is integral of y square? Y cube by 3 plus 1 by 3 is remaining because 2 has been taken out. 1 by 3 into integral of 1 is y, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Apply that. Because your upper limit is 1, lower limit is 0, 1 minus 0 gives you 1. 1 into x square is x square plus 1 minus 0 is 1. 1 by 3 you'll get 1 by 3 into 1 minus 0, which is 1 by 3 only. So that means x square plus 2 by 3 is your new function. You have to integrate this with respect to x. Now integral of x square is x cube by 3 plus 2 by 3 is constant. Integral of 1 is x. Apply the limits. So you'll get 2. Okay. Now I'll multiply this 2 with this. 2 into 2 by 1 by 3 is 2 by 3. X cube. That is, if you apply upper limit, you'll get 2 cube minus 1 cube lower limit plus 2 into 2, 4 by 3. Upper limit 2 minus lower limit 1, 2 minus 1. That gives you 18 by 3, which is 6. Writing the program is same. Okay. Now, how about triple integral when variable limits are given? Let us see here. Integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to 3, integral from x square to root x of this. Remember, this is sum of three terms which cannot be separated as a product of 2 or 3 terms. It cannot be expressed in product form. So therefore, we have to go by iterated method. That means first you have to integrate with respect to one variable, then you have to integrate with respect to another, then you have to integrate with respect to another, like that. Now they are given, it is dy, dz, dx. So the first one is you have to integrate with respect to y. Therefore, this is the limit for y. And next one is z. Therefore, this is the limit for z. And last one is x. Therefore, this is the limit for x. So your y varies from x square to root x, z varies from 0 to 3, and x varies from 0 to 1. So let us integrate this with respect to y first. When you are integrating with respect to y, your z and x are constants. Therefore, integral of x, because x is constant, x remains outside. What is integral of 1? Integral of 1 is y plus what is integral of y? Y square by 2 plus z is constant. So what is integral of 1? Integral of 1 is y, and apply the limits. So here x is constant, upper limit root x minus lower limit x square plus 1 by 2 into upper limit root x, therefore root x whole square minus lower limit x square, so x square whole square plus z is constant, upper limit root x minus lower limit x square dz dx. Now you multiply this x with this. Root x means x to the power of half. X into x to the power of half is x to the power of 3 by 2. X into x square is x cube, right? Now root x whole square, roots, square root and the square get cancels. Simply you will get x. X into half is x by 2 minus x square whole square is x to the power of 4 by 2. I made this one as one term plus z into this. Now you have to integrate this with respect to z. Therefore, when you are integrating with respect to x, this is constant. Whole of this is a constant. So I'll keep that one as it is. Okay, I'll keep this one as it is. What is the integral of 1? Integral of 1 is z. Then when you are integrating with respect to z, this is constant. So I'll keep this one as it is. What is integral of z? Z square by 2. And the limit is from 0 to 3. Apply the limit. If you apply the upper limit, you will get 3 minus lower limit 0 in z. This remains as it is. Plus root x minus x square by 2, that remains as it is. If you apply upper limit, 3 square minus lower limit 0. Now you'll get 3. Multiply this with this. 3x to the power of 3 by 2 minus 3x cube plus 3x by 2 minus 3x to the power of 4 by 2 plus 9 into root x by 2, that is x to the power of half by 2 minus 9 x square by 2. Now you integrate this with respect to x. 3 is constant, that remain as it is. X to the power of 3 by 2 plus 1 by 3 by 2 plus 1 minus 3 into x to the power of 4 by 4, 3 by 2, x square by 2 minus 3 by 2 into x to the power of 5 by 5 plus 9 by 2 into x to the power of half plus 1 by half plus 1 minus 9 by 2 into x cube by 3. And the limit is from 0 to 1 is the integrated answer for this. Now you apply the limit. Before applying the limit, remember 3 by 2 plus 1 is 5 by 2. If you send that one to numerator, that becomes 2 by 5. 2 by 5 into 3 is 6 by 5. And if you apply the upper limit, 1 to the power of anything is 1 minus 0. So 1 minus 0 is 1. So simply you will get 6 by 5. Then this is minus 3 by 4 into 1 minus 0 is 1. So 3 by 4 will come. Then 3 by 4 into 1 minus 0 is 1. So 3 by 4. 3 by 10 into 1 minus 0 is 3 by 10 plus half plus 1 is 3 by 2. If you send this one to numerator, that becomes 2 by 3. 2 into 9 is 18. 18 by 6. X to the power of half plus 1. If you apply the limit, 1 to the power of anything is 1 minus 0. So which gives you 1 into 18 by 6 minus 9 by 6 into 1 minus 0 is this. If you take LCM and simplify, you'll get 12 by 5. And writing the maxima program is same. Your function is x plus y plus z. And first you have to integrate with respect to y. So within this you have to write integrate of this function, comma, variable y, comma, from where to where? X squared, comma, to square root of x. It is written as sqrt of x. Close this bracket. This gives you integration of given function with respect to y. That answer has to be integrated with respect to z. That is what we did. We did. First, we integrated with respect to y and substituted the limits. Then we have integrated that answer with respect to z. So integrate this answer, taking that one as a function, right? Comma z variable, comma limit is from 0 to 3. 0, 3. Now you have to integrate this answer. This is your answer. Okay, this answer with respect to x. So take the bracket. That answer, comma, x is the variable, comma, 0, comma, 1. That gives you the final answer, 12 by 5. Now let us see one more example. Integral from 0 to a, integral from 0 to x, integral from 0 to x plus y, e to the power of x plus y plus z, dz, dy, dx. So here, first you have to integrate with respect to z. Therefore, this is the limit for z. Next, you have to integrate with respect to y. Therefore, this is the limit for y. And lastly, this is the limit for x. And we know that we can write e to the power of x plus y plus z as e to the power of x into e to the power of y into e to the power of z. We can split this one into 3. But we can split this one as product of 3 terms involving the variable x separately, y separately, z separately. But your limit is limit of the variables are dependent on variables. So you cannot separate this as 3 different integrals. You have to go one after the other. So first, let us integrate with respect to z. When you are integrating with respect to z, your terms involving x and y are constants. So I'll keep them as it is. What is integral of e to the power of z? E to the power of z only. And the limit is from 0 to x plus y. Apply the upper limit, e to the power of x plus y minus lower limit, e to the power of 0. E to the power of 0 is 1. Now multiply this with this, right? So since they are of same base, we can add the powers. So e to the power of x, e to the power of x, you will get e to the power of 2x. E to the power of y, e to the power of y, you will get e to the power of 2y. Now you have to integrate this with respect to y. So when you are integrating with respect to y, your x is constant. So e to the power of 2x will remain as it is. What is the integral of e to the power of 2y? E to the power of 2y by 2 minus e to the power of x is constant, that will remain as it is. Integral of e to the power of y is e to the power of y. Okay, now see here, this is the limit for y. So e to the power of 2x by 2 remains as it is. Apply the limit for y. X, upper limit is x, so you will get e to the power of 2x minus, if you put 0, you will get e to the power of 0 minus e to the power of x is constant, that will remain as it is. Upper limit x, so e to the power of x minus e to the power of 0. E to the power of 0 is 1. Here also 1. Minus into minus plus 1. Right? Okay. Now multiply this with this. E to the power of 2x into e to the power of 2x is e to the power of 4x by 2. E to the power of 2x by 2 into minus 1, which gives you minus e to the power of 2x by 2 minus e to the power of x into e to the power of x is minus e to the power of 2x minus into minus plus 1 into e to the power of x is e to the power of x. So here you are having minus e to the power of 2x and minus e to the power of 2x by 2. That gives you minus, if you add these two, you will get minus 3 e to the power of 2x by 2, and other terms are same. Now we can easily integrate this with respect to x. 1 by 2 is constant. What is the integral of e to the power of 4x? E to the power of 4x divided by 4 minus 3 by 2 is constant. Integral of e to the power of 2x is e to the power of 2x by 2 plus integral of e to the power of x is e to the power of x, and the limit is from 0 to a. Now apply the limits. 1 by 8, 2 into 4 is 1 by 8. Apply the upper limit. E to the power of 4a minus e to the power of 0. E to the power of 0 is 1 minus 3 by 4 constant, that remains as it is. Upper limit e to the power of 2a minus lower limit e to the power of 0, which is 1, plus upper limit e to the power of a minus lower limit e to the power of 0, which is 1. If you multiply and take LCM, you'll get this much, right? Write the maximum program in the same manner. First, the limit is for z from 0 to x plus y. Integrate f with respect to this. This gives you integration with respect to z. Then you integrate that answer with respect to y. Then you integrate that answer with respect to it. That gives you this answer. So I had given few problems. You write the manual solution as well as Maxima program and also execute them in Maxima. Now we'll execute these programs in Maxima and we'll see. Now we'll solve the problems which we have seen and we'll write the Maxima program for them. What was the first one which we have discussed? Right? As usual, we start with kill all. Kill all. Then you have to call f. What was your function? It is x squared. So x cap 2 into y multiplied by z. I want to display this, so I'll put semicolon, execute, and display, and run the and show the output. That is the command for semicolon. That is the meaning for that. Okay. Then integrate. This is for outside variable. Then integrate. That is for inside variable. Then within that we have to integrate. So yes, 3 times. Okay. Now first you have to integrate with respect to z. So first you have to integrate with respect to z. So given function is f with respect to z, and the limit for z is from 1 to 2. This answer has to be taken as a function, and you have to integrate that answer with respect to y, variable y, and y varies from 1 to 2. This answer will be your new function This answer will be your new function. You have to integrate that. Sorry. You have to integrate that answer with respect to variable x, and x varies from 0 to 1. And what was the answer that we got for this by manually solving? We got this one as 3 by 4. Let us see. Yes, your function is x square yz, and the answer is 3 by 4. Same thing we got. Now, let us see second one. What was your second one? Your second one was x into y square z. So this is x into y square z square. Okay, and you have to integrate this with respect to, first you have to integrate with respect to what, you have to integrate this with respect to z first. So z, and the limit for z is from 0 to 1, 0 to 1. That has to be integrated with respect to x second, and the limit is from 0 to 1. Finally, you have to integrate that answer with respect to y, and y is from 0 to 1. What was the answer that you got for this? What was the answer? The answer for this is 1 by 18. Let us see. Yes, we got the same thing. What was the next one? It is x square plus y square, y cap 2, plus z square, z cap 2. Right? And first we have to integrate with respect to z, and z varies from -1 to +1. So -1 to +1. And next we have to integrate that answer with respect to y, and y varies from 0 to 1. 0 to 1. And at last we have to integrate with respect to x, and x varies from 1 to 2. And what was the answer that we got for this? For this we got 6, isn't it? Okay, let us see. Yes, we got the same answer. Now let us see next one. What was your next problem? It is x plus y plus z. It is x plus y plus z. And first you have to integrate with respect to zy. So first you have to integrate with respect to y, and y varies from where to where? X square. So x cap to square root of x, sqrt of x. Right? Then this answer has to be integrated with respect to z. Yes. And z varies from where to where? Z varies from 0 to 3. And this answer has to be integrated with respect to x, where x varies from 0 to 1. And what was the answer that we got for this? For this, we got 12 by 5. Yes, same thing we got here. Next one is, we have to integrate e to the power of x plus y plus z. So let me write plus z. Let me take a bracket for this. Okay, so I need e to the power of x plus y plus z. So how you are going to give write the e? Yes, it's a built-in function, so we have to use percentage e cap, percentage e cap x plus y plus z. Now you have to integrate this with respect to, first you have to integrate with respect to z. Z varies from 0 to x plus y. And next your y varies from 0 to x. 0 to x. Then your x varies from 0 to a. And what was the answer that we got? For this we got e to the power of 4a minus 6 e to the power of 2a plus 8 e to the power of a minus 3 whole divided by 8. Let us see what is the answer that we are going to get. See, If you take LCM, you will get minus 3 here. So e to the power of 4a, 6 e to the power of 2a, plus 8 e to the power of a, minus 3 divided by 8. If you want, you can put rational simplification, and you can see rad simp of percentage. Okay, same thing. This is the answer which we got. Okay, so you have to write the maxima program in this form to get the answer for triple integral. We'll continue in the next session. I'll stop at this stage. Thank you.